Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, we have a big update on AEW's relationship with its TV network.
MJF buries a top WWE star on Twitter.
WWE are not interested in re-signing a former NXT prospect.
And could AEW be about to break their silence on the all-out fallout? I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I chose to dress like a marshmallow today.
And this is the news.
Welcome to what might end up being one of the most chaotic videos we've ever done.
Yeah.
He just bit my neck. Anyway, we are going to kick things off. I'll talk about this wonderful background later on.
Yeah.
We're going to kick things off by talking about AEW's relationship with its TV network. This is something that has been the subject of mass speculation across the board. Obviously, Warner got taken over by Discovery earlier this year. Discovery have been cutting costs, particularly relating to original scripted programming. So while numbers-wise, looking at the ratings, AEW, which currently earns around $44 million a year from its TV deal, which expires in late 2023, looking at current ratings, it should expect an increase from its next deal. Negotiations are expected to commence in early 2023. That's the background. Here's the story. Deadline published a report recently on Warner Bros. Discovery, that's AEW's network, on their strategy, noting that Dynamite is a big draw for the network on Wednesday nights, and it is. It's in the top 2 for 16 consecutive weeks. Big show on that network. Goes out on TBS, of course. And as a result of this, wrestling could factor into the network's new scripted strategy. This is in spite of recent cuts and bits and pieces like that. It does note here that TNT, which Rampage airs on, is now looking for more cost-effective series that don't go after A-list movie talent and would complement the tentpole sports/unscripted programming on TNT. Now, obviously, you don't go after A-list movie talent. Ricky Starks is on AEW, so he's A-list talent. But there we go. Now, Tony Khan has actually spoke on his relationship with Warner Bros. Discovery during a recent appearance on the the Sporticast. Sporticast. Here is his quote. Our television deals are the biggest individual revenue driver for us. And we've got this great partnership with Warner Bros. Discovery, and we've got the rest of this year and next year. They have been really so good to us, and I feel like not only was the original leadership great to take a chance on an unknown company, but then post-merger, the Discovery leadership that's come in has been so supportive, and we're getting opportunities now with the new management, even bigger than we've ever gotten before. So this comes on a good ratings week for AEW. Good ratings week for wrestling in general, actually. 2.0 did like its highest number in a year or something. Raw was down, but that was to be expected because of the football, and it actually held up pretty damn well. SmackDown did a mega number last week, but Dynamite this week did 1.175 million viewers. It's its highest overall figure in like a year. 0.39, 18 to 49. First on the night for cable. It's been in the top 2, like I said, for 16 consecutive weeks. So yeah, like stuff like this coming out is appreciated because people speculate, people talk about things that when they're not necessarily getting the whole picture of them. You see like dumbass reports come out, and like this is from a really bad faith account that I'm not going to mention the name of because I don't want them to get that attention. But you see reports come out like, they're considering making Dynamite 1 hour, and it's like, that's complete nonsense, man. It's like their top performing show on Wednesday nights. Why would they take this objective success and cut it in half? So you do have to apply a bit of common sense when you're parsing this garbage, but that's why we're here. We are expert garbage parsers.
Indeed, yeah. I'm not going to speculate much on this because, as you say, I don't really know more than you just told us. And I don't have the knowledge. Not that stops a lot of other people speculating on stuff like this. Probably, if you were going to ask me what I think's going to happen, they're going to get a better TV deal. It's heading in that direction. Yeah. Yes, they're making cuts, but people who sit there on Twitter and go, it's only number 2 in the demos this week. Yes, number 2 in the demos, so they'll probably
number 2 means
re-up with all this.
Means it was the second most successful thing on all of television.
It's my least favourite discourse.
It's terrible, isn't it? Because no one... Well, no one's not fair, but like most people just want to go, hey, look at my team, your team sucks.
Guys, you can enjoy both.
Yeah,
I like 2 wrestling
Did you know
shows.
it's possible to like trains and buses? Michael Sidgwick told me
that. It's going to go off in the comments now.
It really is. It's going to pop off.
Speaking of things going off, it was going off on Twitter last night. There was a flame war of sorts going on between two big stars in both AEW and WWE. So this all started with a bit of a spat or a bit of banter between Sheamus and Baron Corbin, talking about bangers, basically, and I think alluding to the PWI and Dave and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so Sheamus responded to Baron Corbin saying basically, real heels wear scarves. Now, who in AEW is apparently a heel, according to everyone else, but not to me, and also wears a scarf? It's MJF. He saw this. He was personally, he took offence to this.
Rightly so.
Yeah, I took it personally. And he quote tweeted him saying sad and going in on Sheamus basically. Sheamus responded with the Conor McGregor, who is that guy gif? And MJF responded with scorched earth, apparently, Andy, saying, the guy you alluded to, stop now or I'm gonna devour you. You can rock 6-inch lifts and play top guy, but you've been handed the ball multiple times and fell. I'm glad you're having a resurgence and finally figured out how to get over. It only took you a decade, took me one day. This continued with Sheamus replying with gifs of Chris Jericho and Elias wearing scarves. And MJF said that he couldn't wait for Corbin to, quote, end him. Another fun day on Twitter, Andy.
Love it. I love both of these guys.
This isn't like I think this is just a bit of banter, guys.
It rules, man.
Yeah.
Like, little shots like this are so much fun. I don't know why people want to stamp this stuff out. I think it's an absolute riot.
This is harmless, isn't it? They're not going personal. They're just doing the old.
Yeah. This is fun. Like, they're just taking the piss. They've probably met each other and gone, hey.
100%.
They're probably in the DMs going, hey, I've got you with this, brother. Like, it's good stuff. And we know MJF is friends with Baron Corbin, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And me.
My best friend, your best friend, and my best friend are best friends.
Yes.
There you go. Speaking of our friends.
Oh, before we move on, just want to say massive congratulations to MJF who got engaged.
Yes.
Looking forward to this stag do, buddy.
More on that when we get to the Twitter questions.
Just wait till you see what I've got planned. What?
Speaking of our friends, shout out to Mark Lee Willis.
Mark.
You might not be able to see all the detail in the background, so let's get this bad boy on the screen, right? Look at this. This is so detailed. Look at the level of detail on here, man. It's absurd, right? The to-do list, message Brit about teeth, take over Ring of Honor, get monies, buy Hook crisps. You can't handle the tooth in a jar. Like, pause the video for 2 seconds and have a look at this. It's amazing.
Judge Danhausen ruling with toothless aggression.
Amazing. Thank you, Mark. I got to meet Mark at our live show.
Oh, yes, I'm good about this.
Very nice human being, and we appreciate all the support always.
What Culture Cooking coming soon.
Shall we do another news story?
Yes.
All right. Velveteen Dream, he's not going back to WWE. They don't want him.
Wait a second, pretends to act surprised.
Yeah, so we're not going to dive into all this stuff with him and EC3. Frankly, I don't want to platform Velveteen Dream's insane nonsense. But we got a report here from Fightful Select confirming that even before the two he was arrested twice in August, Patrick Clark, Velveteen Dream. Even before that, WWE weren't interested in re-signing him, in bringing him back. The new regime has no interest in that. One source has said it would be a public relations nightmare that the new regime wants nothing to do with. The report notes that before he left WWE, Clark had significant backstage heat in the company, and he'd actually been spoken to about, and I quote, unusual behaviour at the Performance Centre several times before being let go. One coach considered him a headache. Now, some other stuff here. You know, he was written off television due to a car accident in June 2020. This was after, some really serious allegations of misconduct committed against minors came out. Fightful noted that actually as soon as 1 hour before the car accident, they learned that Dream had been a candidate for release at the time. He didn't end up being let go until May 2021. So there you go. One source called it, it would take a miracle for WWE to bring him back. And there were nothing to his recent teases about coming back. So strike him off the list. It's probably best not to editorialize this one too much, is it?
Yeah, exactly. I think it just doesn't make any sense for all the reasons you've laid out there, especially because WWE, are doing well at the moment. Backstage morale is what it is. And like you say, look at the numbers that they're doing. I just think it'd be a really bad idea because it'd rock the boat so much with all this.
Yeah.
Despite how talented he obviously is in ring, like you say, everything else, it just rules him out.
He's done. He's done as a high-level wrestler for various reasons.
Right, All Out, Fallout. We can barely go a day without talking about it or speculating about it or hearing more about it. And speaking of which, PW Torture's Wade Keller seems to be suggesting that we might actually have the silence around this be broken by AEW soon, maybe even later on this week. That all went down, of course, following All Out, 4th September. You had the media scrum, then you had the backstage fight, and then you had all the suspensions. Bucks, Omega, Pat Buck, Christopher Daniels, Michael Nakazawa, Brandon Cutler, all suspended. You obviously had the stuff with Ace Steel and Punk. Everyone, in terms of the Bucks Omega Pack book group of people, everyone other than Omega and the Bucks have since had their suspensions lifted. Punk and Steel are in limbo. And yes, they're in the midst, of course, of this third-party investigation into the fight, which also features AEW's Chief Legal Officer, Mega Parek, and AEW's Chief Legend, MJF.
Yeah. More stuff coming. We all know the details.
Do you know what time it's going to drop, don't you? Around 4 or 5 p.m. of today.
Yeah. I finish at 4, so it'll drop at 3:59.
And I sort of quit working when you leave. What's the point?
I don't start work until you come in, so it works perfectly.
Quick, look busy.
Oh, man. Right. Yeah.
It's one of those, isn't it? Like you say, we can't really speculate anymore. Everything's been said, and you may as well just wait to hear more information about this, because all we've got right now is hearsay and blah, blah, blah. And, aside from pure and simple, what's hearsay ever done?
There you go. And, that brought a smile to my face, that line there, and I kind of needed it because we were doing this Friday news video, but it's just not the same.
You are right.
Things aren't
feels
quite
weird.
right.
It's just, it feels like something's missing, doesn't it?
He's just not here anymore, and I'm feeling really down about it, man. Oh my God,
What the hell was that?
What is going on?
Why has it gone dark?
Oh my God!
Who are you?
It's him!
Who?
It's the eel's brother!
What's his name?
The eel!
It's back!
He's back,
But
baby!
it's a different eel!
The eel's brother, the eel is here. Shout out to Joe Regan, who is now the owner of the original eel. The eel's brother, the eel is here.
They FaceTime now, apparently, the eel and the eel.
They do, man. This guy's got a bit of a spicier attitude than the original eel, so we'll see how this goes.
See, AEW, take notes. That's how you do a big reveal.
There you go, baby. Production values too, by the way. Right.
Thanks, but or he could have just left it in as we originally did.
He might actually do that just to spite us. Eh? I love it. Right, John Barker's been on.
Has he?
Shouts to John, one of the nicest people
Top
on
guy,
all
yeah.
of Twitter. Legend of the game.
Got some great fans.
Here we go. John, need props for this one. I want to see one of you recreate Luigi's pizza gimmick, but with dry pasta, as it's easier to make than pizza. And while the other cuts a promo as their angered partner at Miro for his tweet about Luigi. Right, I wasn't actually going to ask you to do this, but
It's a me, Luigi Primo.
I am very angry about what am I cutting the promo on?
How did it look,
Miro, I'm very angry about you. You tweeted nasty things.
Hey,
about
Miro, what are you doing? You
Why-
are a liar, Miro.
Why
you are
don't
a
you lighten
liar.
up? What have you ever done, Miro, you Bulgarian brute? But John's actually got another question here for you. Oh, so close. John wants to know, alternatively, what is Wilborn doing for MJF's stag do, and how will the King of the Mic's wedding speech go as best
Well,
man?
I've already written a large parts of the wedding speech. Unlike the wedding I actually do have to do a speech for about 3 weeks.
Oh.
Suggestions welcome in the comments. But yeah, a stag, obviously we're going to get him a very special stag scarf for it all. But beyond that, I want to kind of keep my cards close to my chest. Let me just say, a lot of things we're going to be doing are illegal.
I'm going to take him up the big market, I reckon, here in Newcastle. I think he'd love a night in Passing Clouds or Beer Keller.
Yeah, get him in a... Yeah, we're going to go pub crawl.
Yeah.
As well as going to that Dogs Cafe in Gateshead.
I think he's going to meet Debbie Dumpling. Anyway, Eric, Jenny's husband...
Don't Google that, for God's sake.
No, don't do that. Eric, Jenny's husband, has been on.
Oh, hello, Eric.
Legend of the game, shout-outs. Said, if Simon Miller was to be signed by WWE, who would you like to see him feud with? And likewise for AEW. #Electro.
Well, it depends which version of Simon Miller.
Ooh, you do the heel and I'll do the face.
Well, if he's a heel, do you mean? If he's a heel, 100% feuding with Kerry Gams, because then you've got Big Money Miller and then NFT rich crypto guy. I forget how Cameron made his money. They can just have the $1 Million Mania 2.
I want to see babyface Simon Miller face off against Danhausen because I think it would be funny. I think it would be funny and weird. You imagine Simon selling the curse? It'd be incredible. Absolutely.
I think it's also Danhausen impossible to curse Simon Miller because he's just got this aura of goodness around him that any curses just bounce off.
There you go.
But yeah, I think my big prediction for 2023 is we're going to see Simon Miller in AEW one way or another.
Get him on elevation, man.
Yeah.
Actually, put him over. Give him the belt. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Do you know what you can do? Give him the belt.
Beat everybody!
Beat everybody!
Bob Holly, baby. Graham Jack's been on.
Hi, Graham.
Graham asks, if in an effort to save the promotion, TK hands over creative to the eel.
Save the promotion that he did 1.17 million. Yeah. Struggling, aren't they?
Well, the eel would save it.
Granted, yes. Improve it.
What is the first change that the eel would make to all elite wrestling? Me and Michael Hamflett have actually already booked this. The eel has told me that he wants to book a stable. It's called the Order of the Governor. He really wants to work under Anthony Ogogo's wing.
We love Anthony Ogogo.
The stable's going to be comprised of Ogogo.
Yeah.
Because we love him. Mel. Bring her home.
Good.
Luther, because he's jiggity jacked at the moment.
The muscle of the group, clearly.
The eel, obviously.
Yeah.
Their young boy, Daniel Garcia, learning under the eel.
Yeah, Daniel Garcia.
And of course, because every eel needs a fish, Bobby Fish. There we go, that's what we're doing. What are you
the
doing?
only way we're getting Bobby Fish back in AEW anytime soon.
Maybe the eel will book a celebrity match for Eel Cool J.
I think, what I think the eel would do? What was it was the WCW show where they just had water around the edge of the ring. And just eels in it. Eels hanging out front row seats in it for all his mates.
Every arena is set out like that. Was that Spring Break?
I feel like
out
so,
or something?
yeah.
I can
Some
never remember
summer-based
the name of the thing.
Yeah.
LA.
You have nice weather over there.
You really do. And our final question today comes from Haley ? Legend of the game.
Haley?
Haley asks, we'll do some more. It's an eel video today. I'm sorry. If the eel was to get their own faction, would they bring in Ally McBeal and Kim Deal? Well, I think they would also bring in Eel Armstrong, Eel Cool J.
Yeah, Neil Razor Ruddock.
Yes, of course, Eel Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, Ace the Eel.
Eel on the
If
Musk.
he can come back, I don't know what stable he's working in right now.
Oh gosh. Eeler Utah.
We said Ian Beale.
Ian Beale, there you go. Ian B. Eel.
Ian B. Eel. Got nothing left. That's when he makes the tag.
B. Eel from Cypress Hill.
Yeah. C. Eel.
Eel Mortal Technique. C. Eel Shop. I think that's enough.
I think that's ruined the comment section for the day. It's going to be celebrities with eel in their name, whether it works or not.
Speaking of eels.
Yes.
And finally today. I don't know if you've viewed the full PWI 500.
I haven't.
But if you got yourself...
I saw the top 10, but I've not seen the... I did see that Tony D'Angelo's better than the Young Bucks, so...
They are. Facts.
Not my words.
If you did, right, you'd have got to number 341.
I didn't get quite that far.
You would have seen a familiar face.
Would I?
Sitting there. Shoutouts to Unky Wrestle Pop. Shoutouts.
Great name.
With the Anna J avatar. Coming through. Look who it is. Look at this. Look at this. Right, you're going to think this is fake, right? Obviously.
Oh, you're going to think this is fake.
But... Right, I'm just going to read this entry to you, right?
Okay.
Right, you're going to think this is fake. Number 341. Eel O'Neill. Built from Baltimore, Maryland. Electric Eel slides 59 spots up our ranking to the shock of no one. Reached the semi-finals of ECWA's Super 8 tournament. Holds wins over Tony Deppen, world-famous Cheeseburger. Dynamic performer, became a top contender to Trish Adora's Pan-African World Diaspora World Wrestling Championship title during the period. Eel O'Neill is a real wrestler. I piss you not, there is a real wrestler called Eel O'Neill.
Right.
Obviously, this is different.
Right.
But...
Well... Good for you, Eel O'Neill.
Can we get Eel O'Neill on the channel somehow?
I think so. I think you're going to come out as the news.
I think we have to do that. I'm going to go and watch some Eel O'Neill, man. And I tell you what, Trish Adora absolutely rules, and I'm willing to bet they had a great match.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch that. Is it on IWTV? Let's find out.
Yeah.
That's
I
my
definitely
lunch
have
break,
seen
sorry.
this eel demolish a cheeseburger before, but I don't think that's what they're referencing here.
He's more of a hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Why, yeah. So, full disclosure, I heard the huge bit when Andy sent this around the office this morning. I didn't see it. And yeah, to reiterate a good point, why is he holding himself?
Why is he
holding his own head?
He's holding the eel, baby.
The eel holds the eel.
So you heard it here first. Eel O'Neill is now the official wrestler of WhatCulture Wrestling.
Good
legend.
for you, Eel O'Neill.
Also, I'm going to go and watch some Eel O'Neill matches now.
Yes, put it on.
Fantastic.
Who made this? Who sent us this?
Unky Wrestle Pop.
Fantastic work. Well done to everyone for some excellent efforts. Mark, thanks to everyone who sent a question.
What a day we've had. This video feels like it's gone about half an hour long, but in a good way.
I'm exhausted at the end of this video.
Your fault, you sassy little twat.
All right, let us know your thoughts on that and all of today's news stories in the comment section below.
Very dare you.
Like, share, subscribe to What Culture Wrestling wherever you get your podcasts from for daily wrestling podcasts.
I'm 35 now.
Yeah, we'll preview Rampage and SmackDown a little bit later on tonight. And we got Wrestle Culture with a bloody good eel coming your way a little bit later on today. Still got sharp teeth.
He's a biter.
Just like your brother. At WhatCulture WWE for all the other Twitter madness. You can follow Andy Murray on Twitter
at Andy H. Murray. The H stands for Happy Mind Force Day to those who celebrate.
Yeah. Don't know what that is. You can follow me on Twitter at
Survival is vengeance, mate. New Lords.
Is it music?
Excalibur.
Rock on.
More
dudes.
kickboxing. Anyway.
At WhatCulture WWE for all of
they
us.
got Fubu guy.
I don't know what you do. Are you? Have I hit my head? Are you talking English? At Adam Wilborn for me. At WhatCulture WWE for all of us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all this, as always. We'll see you soon.